I just got an STD screening and I tested positive for gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, chlamydia, and HPV. This segment is dedicated to a woman I used to date very briefly, and you're about to know why.
Shaka Khan? Was it Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, Shaka Chong, right?
Shaka Khan, Tommy Chong. What? So anyhow, Tommy Chong. Bing. This girl I lovingly refer to as Stupid Sarah for a couple reasons. The first one being I don't remember her name. I literally do not remember her name. I met this young lady in a gentleman's establishment. She was a lovely young lady with a wonderful figure. She's very attractive lady. I don't know what the hell she was doing with me, but hey, whatever. And
she had a vision problem.
Yeah, I think so. I think she was blind in her right ear. And we got her phone number and we started having phone conversations. And one day there was a big thunderstorm, and she's like, "Oh, I hate being by myself in thunderstorms." I'm like, "Well, I'll come get you.
I'll hop on you. I'll be right over."
So I went and I brought her back to my place, and one led to another. And there was thunder down under, if you know what I mean. Hell! And safe sex, kids. If you're doing the do, make sure you wrap it up.
Did you cut a hole in the sheet? Like, and you were each on one side of the sheet?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Can we keep it Cookie Monster safe?
I thought that was the safest thing, was to like take a hook, scissor.
I cut two eye holes in the paper bag, but I didn't do anything with the sheets.
You should make a little eye hole in the rubber.
I put googly eyes in the condom. It looked like this. That's what the condom looked like.
Hi, everybody.
Imagine that coming at you.
So when I make this episode, I definitely need to check off not for kids, right?
Yes, absolutely. Please
definitely not for kids.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Sexual content. We consummate our relationship on a couple occasions, and we go out. Also, as Dice Man so romantically put it, I threw a couple burgers down her throat. Whatever. I took her out to dinner, and there was a candle somewhere. I'm sure it was very romantic.
On her ass.
And she called me up one day, and she's like, and I want to stress the fact that this young lady was not that intelligent. Okay, she was not a bright guy, and she was dating the guy at the Cookie Monster.
Hey,
short bus. Anyway, so she calls me up, and she's like, "I just got an STD screening, and I tested positive for gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes." Chlamydia and HPV.
What?
I was like,
all 5?
Yes, she got them all. And I was like,
fuck.
Interesting. Very interesting. Glad I used the condom.
And I wish I had used 3 condoms.
So the very next day, I went to my doctor and I got a blood test to see what my status was. I won't tell you the name of this doctor, but I will tell you that I was related to him. Anyway, so a week or so goes by, and Stupid Sarah comes by to visit me. And my phone rings, and it happens to be my doctor. He says, "Hey, I got your blood work back. You are 100% disease-free.
Sweet, number 1."
And I was like, "Thank you, sir." And this is where the story gets really, really funny.
Hopefully. So, cross your fingers.
I hang on. Yes. Tune out right now, everybody. Just
don't say that. No, it's going to get wicked funny.
Easter,
keep watching till the end. It's going to get funny.
Yes, you're going to be glued to your seats.
It's going to blow your socks off right here, right now.
So, I ring up the academy, and I start going, "I can't believe you lied to me." I go, "What?" "Oh, as my doctor, it turns out that I'm okay." And then she starts kind of like sinking down her seat. And she's like, I got something to tell you. And I'm like, what? She said, I didn't think you were taking our relationship seriously enough. So I lied and said I had those diseases.
Okay.
That's where she earned the name Stupid Sarah. I'm like, how is that supposed to make a relationship better when you're building it on like every STD available to known anyway? So I just like the light goes off. Bring! It's time to get out of this relationship right now.
So
This
what's
is
the
the
funny
time.
part about it?
So I'm like, I get up. I'm like, I can't believe you lied to me. And my bedroom at that time was the house I grew up in. It used to be a garage, so it's a very long way to the front door of my house.
Okay.
So I start walking, and I'm like, she's like, where are you going? And I'm just like, I can't believe you lied to me. I mean, why would you? I don't understand why you do something like that. And the whole time I'm just walking to the front door of my house. And she's like, where are we going? And I'm like, why? Why would you lie to me? And I had two roommates at the time. So I go outside and I get in my car and I drive away. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, are you fucking serious? So I drive like around the corner of my neighborhood. I call my roommates. I'm like, is she still there? It's like, she's in her car. And I'm like, tell me when she leaves. Like, okay. I go, first of all, lock the door. So I lock her out. And she stayed in her car for like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know where she thought I was going, but she's like, he'll be back. It's like, no. And so I drove away and she finally left. I laughed my ass off. I was like, what the hell's wrong with this girl? I mean, she's fucking insane. And so, yeah. And so I think she called me like the next day and she's like, well, why did you leave? I said, you told me you had every disease known to man. And you thought that was going to help the relationship. I said, I don't want to. That's not the kind of thing I'm looking for, man.
Yeah. That's really weird that she
yeah. Oh, it's
thought that.
cool. It's cool. So yeah, I mean, so I was like, yeah, it's like, listen, we don't need to hang out anymore. I think we've come to the end of that road, and I appreciate the time we spent together. Good luck to you in the future. Bye bye. And the woman made, I really honestly do not remember her name, but it was just like, wow.
Wow, that's a weird thing that she thought that would help the relationship. That makes a little bit more sense now. She said she had 5 STDs. I was like, wow, that's like a record or something.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I'm just like, that's not easy to do. I mean,
yeah,
unless you're a prostitute in a port town,
yeah, or really, really promiscuous with a lot of guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot
Or
of
gals.
questionable guys,
You could get some of those from ladies, I guess. You could do lady on lady sex, right? And
Sure.
get an STD, right?
You could, if maybe you touch yourself with test tubes. I don't know. I mean, you can be creative.
I think a lot of people get those from toilet seats more than anything.
Right. Maybe she worked in a lab, as her
She
second.
worked in Wuhan, and that's where she got all those diseases
She
from.
was doing she actually was a doctorate and she was doing her thesis on communicable diseases in Wuhan, China.
She got bit by a radioactive bat, and then she got 5 crabs, whatever those things are.
That's
Herpes.
right. Yeah.
Herpes. And what was the other one? Chlamydia or
Clamato. She had
Clamato. Yeah.
But yeah, so that is the Ballad of Stupid Sarah.
Boy, that's a weird story, dude.
If Stupid Sarah's watching this, I apologize that I forgot your name, and I hope you're doing well. And
how would she know? How was she going to know? He didn't say, you don't remember her name.
All your dreams have come true. Maybe she'll remember me. I don't know. I don't know.
I doubt it. She probably.
But I mean,
maybe it was a test. The whole thing was a test. It was probably like an angel that was come down from above, and
I think I passed the test. I didn't call her any names. I didn't, hit her or beat her or anything like that.
No, of course not. You were a perfect gentleman. You just walked away from her, and
I just made sure she got the fuck out of my house and never was allowed entry into my house again. And
a good way to ensure that is to lead her down into your sex dungeon and just lock her up down there.
You're acting like I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then Ben, what are you drinking?
Oh, this horrible Mountain Dew. It's a diet Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew Major Melon.
Oh my God.
It's horrible. It's got like monsters or something that's kind of reminiscent of what was that comic book or there was a movie that came out with
Little Shop of Horrors.
Rick Moranis was in it.
Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah.
And yeah, what was the
Feed
name of
me,
that?
Seymour, feed me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of that, except it's a
Yes.
watermelon.
Yeah. It's
This tastes so bad. It's Mountain Dew Major Melon.
zero.
Zero sugar,
Zero sugar, major
zero
melon.
major melon, zero taste.
By the way, you can take those and not finish them and pour them down a sink.
I'm committed to finishing it.
Well,
But the problem is, okay, there's two problems with this. Number
Okay.
one, I have
Monster.
I think it's like a 12 pack or maybe it's a 16 pack that we
Oh
bought.
my God. Why?
Yeah. The other problem is that soda is really expensive now. We went to the supermarket and it's like when you buy a 6 pack or something, it's like $7. It's like $1 a soda in a can.
Uh,
It's really expensive, which is thanks a lot, Obama.
yeah.
Fucking prick.
That